Hey guys, Maniac here, and I'm here with some more Maniac reviews. Today for Maniac reviews, I'm going to be reviewing my most anticipated movie of the year, World War Z. But it's really not World War Z like the book, because what they did with the book is they basically took the book right here and they... Alright, so World War Z. First things I want to mention before getting into this movie, I've read the book, so, I thought, hey, it was a good book, maybe this is going to be a movie, maybe they'll base it off. Then I saw the trailer, when the trailer was first came out, I was just like, is that just supposed to be African rabies, or, well, I'll get to that later on in the review. I also saw this with Lerm. I seem to be seeing almost every movie I go see nowadays with Lerm, but, whatever. Now you guys would have heard of this if you were kind of paying attention to the channel, and that was, there was an important message basically saying that there wouldn't be any videos. Now there are going to be videos, but there was, by the time you guys see this, there's already been an update video to all that, but you guys should know why there was no videos. So, alright, characters. Brad Pitt. Characters are done. No, it's basically Brad Pitt, his wife, and then everybody else that you see is just kind of like people to help out with the story, and they don't really say their names. It's just like, alright, blah 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 blah. These people are going to help with character development, help with story development. It's basically Jerry is his name, and then Terry, I think, was the Secretary of Defense in the United Nations. It's kind of like those two are the main characters. So there's that. And they're both, Brad Pitt, very good actor. He also, I think it was either he produced or he directed or he did like both. Like he had a big part in the movie too, and I think he was a writer too. Like he was not only the actor of the movie, but he did a lot of the producing, writing, etc. Storyline, basically the storyline kind of went somewhat like this. Peaceful family. Brad Pitt was ex-UN detective. There's all that backstory with him. And randomly out of nowhere you get things such as, I guess they're like driving the kids to school and like that zombie apocalypse. And it's basically, he gets recruited on to try to go find out what's going on and what happened. Negatives and positives. We're going to start off with positives for this movie. One of the positives is we're about 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes into the movie. I would say, actually no, about 7 minutes into the movie, and you're already in action. It's just action already. This was such an action-packed film, and that's what I really liked. But it wasn't like so much action. Like it wasn't Expendables action where every 5 seconds there's. It's not a Michael Bay movie, okay? It's not a Michael May It's not a Michael May movie, but it is very jam-packed of action, which makes your heart pumping and all that. This also can go, it is a thriller, but it can also go as a horror movie, because like people were scared in the theater. They're like, oh, oh, which, kind of like thrillers, kind of like investigation, stuff like that, kind of scary investigation, but it could pass as a horror. Like there were some jump scares that were just like, there was one jump scare in particular where it was like, bah! Resident Evil all over again, no! Which, you guys might get that reference. Other positives. It was a good movie. The storyline was good. It flowed well. There wasn't no padding. It was in my opinion, the perfect amount of time for a movie. It was like, I think I clocked it at about an hour 50, and movies nowadays are 2 hours 15, 2 hours 30. This was a very short movie, very good, and I enjoyed it a lot. Now, like I said at the beginning, this is my most anticipated movie of the year. This and Pacific Rim, and Pacific Rim will be coming out this summer, so for sure I'll be seeing that. if I'm in town at that point, because I may be out of town at that point, and that we'll see when that comes. Anyways, though, negatives. This movie was nothing like the book. Nothing at all. The book is a whole bunch of different stories come back. It's kind of like a guy. It's kind of an oral story, or not oral story, but I can't remember what you call them. But it's basically kind of like a guy running around getting interviews from all these different people who were in the World War Z, is what they called it, and you know what their experiences was like with it and all that. This one, it's just Brad Pitt running around, trying to find out how it all started and how to prevent the zombie apocalypse. And yeah, it's really, I think the book, if you've read the book, you will be disappointed if you're expecting it to be anything like the book. But if you're a zombie fan, you will like it. I'm a zombie fan. I read the book too. I was disappointed because it was nothing like the book, but for that fact, and me being a zombie fan, that made up the point that it was such a good zombie movie. It kind of surpassed the point. Now, in the another negative to this was the fast-moving zombies. Now, at first, I really did judge them. I was just like, no, they're fast-moving zombies. That's ridiculous. Who in their right minds would do this? Brad Pitt, you made fast-moving zombies somehow work. It was at the end where I couldn't stand them, and how, well, it was more at the end where it's just like, I'm not going to try to spoil this, but it's like the one zombie, him and Brad Pitt are face to face, kind of like, well, there's a wall in between them. They're kind of looking through glass, and it's just kind of like, the faces and stuff that he's doing is just so flippin' hilarious. Everybody's like laughing in the theater, just like, what is this? I'm gonna go to another positive story, or no, I guess it falls over as a mutual thing. The CGI in this was both very good, like I liked it, like they did a good job on the CGI. It very realistic. It looked like it was people in makeup, but there was so much of it. It was just kind of like, oh my gosh, it's Brad Pitt CGI? Like, who's CGI and who's not? It gets to the point where it's hard to differentiate because you've seen so much CGI. So I'm going to give this movie a 4.7. Very high rating. The only reason why it could be a 5 out of 5. This is almost a movie of the year for me this year. Out of all the movies I've seen, this is probably one of the best. Between the great storyline, no padding, and you guys know me, if there's a movie with no padding, I will be the most happy person in the world. Because the one thing that I hate more than anything in a movie is when you got a crap ton of padding. Just a crap ton. And there are movies nowadays where you're getting that and you just don't want to. Like, there's just things that you can do. People, see, in my opinion, and I see this some of the time, people like to watch movies that are nice and short, get the point done, and are still entertaining to watch. This movie made that goal. The only thing that deducted it down was the book, and that's really it, and kind of the CGI is the relativity to the book, because this is based off of the book. But now how I'm seeing it, and what I'm thinking probably happened, and I'm gonna have to, from some of the reviews that I saw, it was the reason why they just kind of I think they wanted more than the title than anything, and that's why they got the rights for it. They didn't want to make it off of the book. Now, also, although I wanted to see this on opening day, I didn't get to because, like I said, important message. You guys can go back and watch that. That'll explain a lot of stuff for you guys' questions about last week. And it was like the same day that we were instructed, do not leave your homes unless if you have to. Was the same day the movie came out, so it was really sad. Like, I had planned my day out. I was gonna go to school half day so I can come back home, go watch World War Z, make a review, upload it for you guys be happy. But this is one of my better reviews. This is one of my more favorite movies to watch and that I've seen, and for sure strongly recommend it to any zombie fan. Strongly recommend it to any person who likes movies. So I thank you guys for watching. Everything's going to be back to normal now on both gaming channel and main. So, you know, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, favorite, like, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Whatever I make. He's going to have Dragon. Peace out.